Welcome back to Profit Optimizer Pro Training. Once you log back in, it will bring you to our default dashboard. Click on Group Accounts, and you will notice that all of the QuickBooks chart of accounts appear here. By default, Profit Optimizer Pro places them into the proper P&L categories inside the software. There is no need to change anything unless the accounts are not set up correctly, or you want to modify or consolidate them. Now click on the Profit and Loss tab. This pulls over every chart of account that has had a dollar amount in it over the last 5 years. Now click on P&L Maintenance, and you will see that it matches your profit and loss statement. From this tab, you can actually add chart of account groups, so you can remap items that may have been miscategorized without ever changing them inside of QuickBooks. Now let me show you the power of Profit Optimizer Pro. Go back to the Groups tab, and we are going to delete a chart of account. Please note that this does not affect the client's QuickBooks at all. You can delete every line item in here, and it will not affect their QuickBooks chart of accounts. This is internal to Profit Optimizer Pro and allows us to remap chart of account items that were miscategorized if you chose not to fix them inside QuickBooks. For this example, we are going to click Delete, and you will notice that the chart of account item is still there. It is just no longer categorized inside Profit Optimizer Pro. Now click on the blue icon that looks like a disk. This is where you can create a new chart of account line item inside Profit Optimizer Pro and point it to the proper account type. For our example, we are simply going to enter Test COGS and map it to a cost of goods sold item. You can create any type or name you like, and this will now show up inside Profit Optimizer Pro's Profit and Loss tab. Make your changes, then hit Save. Scroll down until you find the cost of goods sold line item you created. Now you know it is in the system and properly categorized as a cost of goods sold item. Now go back to Group Accounts and click on the blue disk icon again. Here, you can map the existing chart of accounts from QuickBooks to a new chart of account line item inside Profit Optimizer Pro. And you can also select what percentage you want allocated underneath that chart of account. You will now notice that the client's QuickBooks chart of account line item is mapped to the Test COGS account inside Profit Optimizer Pro, and 75% of that dollar amount is now going into Test Cost of Goods Sold. Now click the blue icon again. This is where you can place the remaining 25% into another Cost of Goods Sold category. Or you can even place it into expenses. Many times you will find a client's labor all categorized in overhead. With Profit Optimizer Pro, you can map 25% of that labor into overhead and the other 75% into cost of goods sold, without ever changing the client's chart of accounts inside QuickBooks. Now you will notice on the Group Accounts page that 75% of this line item is going into Test Cost of Goods Sold, while the other 25% is going into Roofing Cost of Goods Sold. This line item will now show up in both the P&L Maintenance tab and the Profit and Loss tab.